Okay, don't look at our pretty faces. All right. Hi guys, welcome back to another rehearsal week of the last 5 years with Callum and Grace.
Hi.
To everyone's surprise, I did not get sick this week.
Yay!
Yay! And we're feeling kind of good going into this week. So this week, because you could sing a bit more this week, we started with our 2 songs that we sing together throughout the show. Mm-hmm. So we worked on that and we were able to get those pretty good.
Feeling a lot more comfortable with them now,
yeah.
I think. They don't seem so scary. Not scary, but hard work, I guess.
Yeah.
To me, it's hard work.
You know, it's hard work for both of us. And then we started from doing some more of the dialogue parts of the show. There's a few annoying parts in the show that, as anyone will tell you, that it's always hard to do telephone conversations on stage without it seeming weird or fake, and we both have them in the show.
You have quite a couple. You've got like 4.
I've got 4. I've got 4 phone conversations.
I got
in
1,
the show.
so I got off easy.
So I can't remember, it was one of our lecturers who had mentioned it, I'm pretty sure, that phone conversations on stage, they're just silly because half the action is happening somewhere else. You're just seeing the reaction, and if you're not hearing both sides of the conversation, it's really hard work then on the actor to actually be hearing something that's not there, but also reacting to it, but also remembering the lines. So, yeah.
So really, because writers do like to put phone conversations in a show. So we've found that it's really important to know exactly what the other person is saying on the end of the line, and almost speak those lines in your head.
Yeah.
Maybe not to like the exact word, but just at least a general idea, so that you make sure that you're going along the right thought process.
Yes.
So today we focused a lot on when we were directing each other, going, well, what's the other person saying just before this line, and that then informing you how you need to react.
Yeah, we kind of worked on that a couple of weeks ago when we did our sit down of the script analysis, but this was just a nice little reminder on what things to get more specific about and how to play certain things as well.
I think it makes a difference when you get up on the floor compared to when you sit down and you like analyze and all that kind of stuff, because sometimes what you find when you sit down and break it down in that analytical stage is that when it doesn't translate when you get up on your feet, or it doesn't feed you enough. So I feel like some of the directions that I gave you kind of helped you get the effect that you wanted, because obviously you can't hear what the other person's saying.
No,
so.
It's good because you and I do work well in that sense of we know what the other person is wanting to do, and sometimes it's just like you need that little reminder of just like, okay, so this is your target.
Yeah.
And I get what you're wanting to do, so try this instead and see if that helps.
Yeah.
And I find it really, really helpful. It's good that we know how to work together. I
do find as a directing, it's really important not to start just saying the person's lines for them. It's the kind of direction that you can get sometimes where the director will feel like if they just demonstrate the line for you, that you will then just do the line as they did it
without understanding why it's that way.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. It's really important that you don't do that. You need to let your actor find their own truth. Like you can't go, I want the line this way, and just make the actor do it. They need reason, objective.
Absolutely, I 100% agree with that, because there are a lot of directors who do that and then they just go, just do it this way. And you're just like, why am I doing it this way?
I mean, if you can give a valid reason why you want
Yeah.
align a certain way. But even then, I feel like you will never get it to feel real. It'll always feel fake
Yeah.
because it's contrived. It's an idea that you're pushing on someone instead of it being the truth.
Cool. So then after we had worked on those parts, we then just kind of launched into the show. We decided we'd try to do a full run with everything that we could remember, all the notes, everything like that. We've got a few more props and external stimulus to work with today, which I think worked really well.
Yeah.
I know for me personally, there were things that made sense as I was going along, and having certain things that Jamie would have, you know, for example, during these more quiet times where there's not a lot for me to be progressing my storyline, but just to show what kind of person Jamie is.
Yeah, definitely.
So, which I think in what we want to do is helping progress the storyline in a way.
Definitely.
It's not like we're doing background plot points and going like, oh, this is happening now because this is blah, blah, blah. It's more that this is what this character's like when you're not seeing them active.
Yeah, and it's being a presence for your other actor. In our production, it's about being your character in the presence of the other person.
So we worked through the first act, and I think that worked well.
I'm seeing a lot less holes. I mean, we mentioned in a previous video where we did go through the whole show that we went, oh my gosh, there's huge holes in this show that we haven't filled. There's bits that just aren't making sense, or you know, there's a whole bunch of things that we need to do. I feel like now we're probably at a better place, filling a lot more of those holes. Yeah, getting it to more cohesive, flowing show.
The skeleton has changed.
The skeleton has changed.
Yes, a lot has changed from the show. Like as we had first mentioned that we kind of wanted to try different things and see how they worked. There are definitely some things that we've kept, but that then now a lot has changed because we agreed that some stuff wasn't working, some things weren't specific enough, and then once we changed things around,
other things needed to adapt to make those other
and I think
work.
Everything's working well. I'm going to be interested, hopefully we'll be able to get someone in the next couple of weeks to actually come and just be like external eyes for us as we lay down more foundation, and they'll be able to tell us hopefully what's working, what's not working, and hopefully that person will be revealed at a later stage. It will be like a little surprise for you guys, and you'll be like, who is this person? And we'll be like, oh well. So we did the first act. Second act was good as well. I know for myself, there's a couple of songs that I'm still not 100% vocally on, but I think that's just because I need to do more work by myself.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think there are certain parts for me as well that I need to work on. Just like, you know the melody, you know how the song structure works, all that kind of stuff, but it's picking your mixes. So especially for a female voice, and I'm more of an alto than I am mezzo soprano or soprano, like I'm not even close to soprano. So I have to really focus on finding the right mix between a belt, a mixed sound, or a head voice. And just getting the right sound, especially for certain vowels that come out. You know, you've really got to think about what vowel you're singing, where its placement needs to be so you protect your voice, but also what's going to give you the desired sound.
Going to next week, what do we want to work on?
I want to get nitty gritty on a couple of things.
Nitty gritty?
Nitty gritty.
Meaning
we get like really focused on one section, just really focusing on like one thing and making sure that it's absolutely 100% like solid. That's where we need to be at the moment. We need to start really solidifying the whole sequence. Cleaning, that kind of thing. Cleaning.
Specificity.
Cleaning.
Yes. I agree. I think for myself, it will be a lot more of the character development for Jamie. Like I'm going to try and do just some writing, some journaling, things like that as Jamie, that kind of stuff, just to make sure I've still got a clear idea of who this guy is, because I feel like I've got it certain part down, but then I keep forgetting as well that this is over a 5-year period as well. Like, it's how you develop through those 5 years. I feel like we do have those changes in there, but I think that we can be a bit more specific with that as well.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Leave a comment, ask a question. Links are down below because tickets are on sale. They are on sale. Yay, so come see the show and come see our beautiful faces. And
make sure you have a look at the other vlogs, the earlier vlogs.
Yep.
All our links, info is all below. And come see the show.
Yeah.
We're so excited.
We're very excited. It's very soon.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
It really is.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.